It's time to talk samples again. Here is the outcome of round 4 of my Slaying My Samples stash. If you want to see what I used up, a total of 90 samples, then keep watching. Hi there, welcome back. I am so happy you are here. It's Hélène and I am here with 90 samples that I have used up. I promise I will go through them as quickly as possible, except for when the product is fantastic and I just want to tell you about it. If you are not familiar with the Slaying My Samples stash series, I am trying to empty out my samples box. This is my samples box, and I will show you where I am at. Over half done at this point, and really excited about it. When it comes to skincare items, I am almost completely out. What you see on the remaining side is mostly makeup. All right, so let's talk about what I used up. I have them all sorted next to me here by category, and I think we'll just go by category and try to fly through this as quickly as we can. The first category that I have are creams, and some of these I had already mentioned in my travel bag what did I use video. I will link that video up above, and I'll also link, when I have a chance here in the cards, the video for the intro to this 4th round of Slay My Samples stash. So you'll see this pop up in about a minute. Okay, so let's get into it. One that I absolutely loved using is the Boom Boom cream, and I have indeed purchased in the Sephora VIB Rouge sale. I have purchased the mother load of this stuff, and I'm so excited to get it. The smell of it is divine. I finished an eczema cream by Skin Fix. Nothing to write home about. It had kind of a gritty consistency. I had 7 samples of the Ceramidin or Ceramidin cream. Finished them all. I dumped them all into a container and was using this cream on a daily basis for my face and loved it. I like the Dr. Jart creams, I just find them too expensive, but if I have other samples that I receive, I will certainly use them, no problem. So that was a total of 9 samples. Now we have 12 samples of hair care products. I will quickly talk about the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil from Bumble and Bumble. I love this stuff. I still have a handful of samples to go through, and I will be very sad when they are all gone. I don't know if I would buy this invisible hair oil because I have a whole big container of hair oil. I think it's argan oil if I'm not mistaken, and I will be using that first before considering another product because I don't really want more than 1 hair oil at a time, unless of course they are samples. Speaking of Bumble and Bumble, I also used up one of the Bumble and Bumble Curl Style oil gel. I liked it. I just made one mistake at the beginning when I used it the first couple of times, is I put too much in and it just left my hair kind of crunchy and oily looking, but with the right amount, it does bring out my curls. Yes, believe it or not, I have curly hair, but it just doesn't really show right now. Well, between curly and wavy, but it takes the right kind of product for them to look good and not look goofy. And with the right amount, this Bumble and Bumble curl does work well. I am working through a second one of these and having no pains in continuing to use it. I also used a number of shampoos, nothing to write home about. I used a couple of the Paul Mitchell Original Awapuhi shampoo, and also a Color Care Daily Conditioner from the same line. Again, nothing much to talk about there. And I also used a Strivectin Hair Max Volume, but I just used it because it was a sample, not because I was looking for the benefits of this shampoo, so nothing much to talk about there. Although I usually really like the Strivectin brand, and I may or may not have some hair care stuff in a recent haul from that brand. Next, I used 3, I think they're all the same. Nope, I used a Rosarco, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Rosarco Repair Shampoo and Conditioner from Briogeo. I pretty much like the whole Briogeo line, and I used my favorite product, which is the Deep Conditioning Mask. Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. I really enjoyed using that. And that is it for those 12 samples. Next up, I have a bunch of face cream. One that is in an unusual container is the Beauty Counter Sleeping Cream. So it's just in this little container, and I'm going to be saving these containers because these little samples containers that I received from one of the reps, her name is Nancy, I just love these little containers and will be using them to store samples of various things. Really happy to have them. Next up, I have a bunch of Ole Henriksen cream. I used up a couple of the Sheer Transformation Perfecting Moisturizer, a single, I wish I had more of this, but a single Banana Bright eye cream, and then a bunch, 2, 4, 6 each of the Truth Serum and the Sea Rush Brightening Gel Cream, or Gel Creme. These were some products that I brought with me to Orlando for those 5 days, and really appreciated being able to use all products from one line. It was super because it was a 7-day trial kit, and so I was able to just bring the kit and have access to all of these samples, which was fantastic. And the kit was for the Truth Serum and the brightening Sea Rush Brightening Gel Cream, or Creme. And that was a total of 16 face cream items, if I didn't mention it at the beginning. And that was for Ole Henriksen, but I also have 6 other miscellaneous face creams as well. And so that's going to be a total of 24 face creams. I have the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Sensitive. Not sure how to say that, but it was a nice little deluxe sample. And it's a prebiotic moisturizer. Don't ask me what that's supposed to do for the skin. I have no idea. I also used these Protini polypeptide cream samples for my Drunk Elephant trial. Right now, I'm doing a brand new focus on Drunk Elephant. I will link the intro to that right in the cards. Next up, I had an intense hydrating treatment by Josie Maran. I liked it. It was fine. Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar, had a miscellaneous sample of that. And then finally, in an Aqualia Thermal Light, a rehydrating cream for normal skin. And that rounds out the 24 samples that I had for face cream. Next up, I went through 6 different types of primers, but 7 samples total. I went through the Touch in Soul, Feels Like Honeymoon Skin Base. All of these were fine. I didn't have any issues with any of them. The Dermalogica Base Perfection FPS 30 Age Smart. I really appreciated the SPF in that primer. Next up, a Bronzing Perfector 3-in-1 primer by Color Science, again with SPF. The Black Up Perfect Mattifying Primer. The Smashbox PhotoFinish Foundation Primer. This is the one that I have in stockpile. I always bring this one traveling because I know what I'm going to get, and that is the one that I brought during the Orlando trip. And then finally, 2 Surreal Skin Argan Finishing Balms from Josie Maran again. So that is a total of 6 different primers, 7 packets. For eyes, I have 7 things to show you. I have the Rejuvenating Eye Cream from Beauty Counter that I finished, and it was fine. I liked the cream and was happy to use it. The Shiseido Glow Revival Eye Treatment. It was a tube, I just cut it up. 2 of the Algenist Eye Renewal Balm. I love this stuff. It's very thick and works well. I just wish it wasn't $80 Canadian for one little container. 2 of the Olay Eye, what is it called? Deep Hydrating Eye Gel. And I did bring all of these eye creams on my trip. The one that I've been using here at home, though, is the Marahuja, I think that's how you say it, Marahuja See Brighter eye cream from Tarte. Enjoying using that. So that was a total of 8 eye cream samples. Now for a dreaded category. Masks. If you saw my intro to round 4 of the Slay My Samples, I hate masks. So a total of 7 masks, and let's go through them really quickly. Retexturizing masks with rose clay. I had a couple of uses out of this mask, and it dries, it feels like your skin's, any moisture in your skin is getting dried to nothing, so that was a little rough to use. I would not purchase that one. Pharmacy Honey Potion, that one lasted me a couple of uses, and it heats up. It's kind of an interesting feeling, and I wasn't mad at it. It was just different. None of these I would purchase again, though. I'm just not a mask person. This next one was from Dior, Dream Skin 1 Minute Mask. And that speaks my language. 1 Minute Mask is my jam. Fresh Vitamin Nectar Vibrancy Boosting Face Mask. All I have to say about this one is meh, whatever. One that I didn't mind because you put it on and then you go to sleep was the Water Sleeping Mask from La Neige, and I had a couple of these. I would almost just call this a night cream, really, as opposed to a mask. And then the Boscia Luminizing Black Mask. And you may want to take a look at the video of me using this product. It is kind of funny. So that's it for masks. 7 masks. Next, I have 4 perfumes. I used the the Nest Fine Fragrances in Indigo. I won't bother showing you the bottles. The Tom Ford Black Orchid. The Poison Girl. And the Montguerlain. And I brought this on my trip. Now, out of all 4, what would I say? I would, in order of preference, I would say Montguerlain is obvious, it's my favorite. The next one I would say is the Indigo. After that would be the Poison Girl, and then the Tom Ford Black Orchid. And the Tom Ford Black Orchid is last only because to me it was overpowering. If you like a strong scent, you may very well enjoy the Tom Ford perfume. So that was a total of 4 perfume samples for this round. Now, of note is that I had a whole whack of these that I was able to give to my nieces, and so I have a lot fewer perfume samples to go through, but I still have a lot. They just happen not to be in this samples box, but because they're samples, I'm including them in this Slay My Samples round 4. A couple of miscellaneous items that don't really fit together with anything. I used up a Too Faced Shadow Insurance sample while I was doing a focus on the Chocolate Bar palette, and also used up a Bite Beauty Agave Mask sample, and that's the one that does not, it's clear, it doesn't have any sort of color to it. 2 more categories to go. I have 7 serums to show you. I'm going to say this fits into serums. The Elizabeth Arden Advanced Ceramide Capsules. And there were 2 of them in that sample. Next up, the Lancôme Advanced Génifique Concentrate. And I have decided that I like this enough that I did order some. It's part of an order from Shoppers Drug Mart coming. And that says a lot for me to say that. The Clarins Double Serum. It is with curcuma and turmeric. I also like this one. It's interesting as a concept. The Perricone MD Cold Plasma Face Serum. And a couple of the Fresh Berry Skin Nutrition Boosters. And both of these lasted me 2 uses each. So that was 7 serums. And now I have 12 peel and exfoliators to show you, but a lot of them are repeat brands. Now this is the Ulla Henriksen Power Peel Pack. I used it. I don't really have any opinion on it. I think that just having one wasn't quite enough. I do also have one of the Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Glow Pad for face. No opinion on that one either. It was just one single use. Oh, and it's not just peels and exfoliators in here. I also have some cleansers. Now the next one, also from Dennis Gross, is this Alpha Beta Ultra Gentle Daily Peel, and I did use these during my trip, and so it was nice to have a gentle daily peel during the trip. And there were 6 of these. I have a couple of Origin's Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Exfoliating Cleansing Powder to clear pores. And each one of these lasted me at least 3 uses. So that was a lot of time to use that up. And 2 cleansers, a 3-in-1 cleanser for face and eyes from Philosophy, the Purity Made Simple. And then also a Clinique Pep Start 2-in-1 exfoliating cleanser. And in the serums, I think I forgot to mention the #1 Bright Oil by Beauty Counter. It was fine, it lasted a long time, and I was okay with it. And I had one last container from Beauty Counter, which was a peel, and I did not keep the container because it was cracked, and I threw it away not thinking about this Slay My Samples round 4. So I can't show it to you, but it was in these same little containers as for the other 3 samples. So that's it, 90 plus samples to go through. Thank you so much for sticking with me through all these samples. If you have any questions or comments about any of the products that I reviewed in this Slay My Samples round 4, please leave them down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you like this content in general on this channel, please consider subscribing. If you are curious about round 5, hang on, it's going to come in the next number of days. I appreciate your time today. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.